Tejasvi Surya on Friday having said that Karnataka State Board of Waqf has claimed its ownership over 1,500 acres of ancestral land of farmers in Honvada village in Vijayapura district in North Karnataka. The Bengaluru South MP has said that the farmers of Honvada village in Tikota Taluk were served notices declaring their lands as Waqf property with no evidence or explanation provided. Let's take a look at what has been said by him.
Farmers from Bijapura district met me and handed over voluminous documents concerning their properties, their farmlands, which now the Waqf is claiming to be its own. The farmers have been cultivating this land over 4 to 5 generations. Starting from 1920s, 1930s, whether it is in the Pahani, whether it is in the mutation register, and whether it is in all revenue records, the names of the farmers and their families are mentioned. However, over the last few months, the Waqf board in Karnataka has started claiming all of these lands to be their own. In just one village in Vijayapura Taluk, in Vijayapura district, in Kolhara Taluk, about 1,500 acres has been claimed by the Waqf board to be its own. And in all of Vijayapura district, the Waqf board today is claiming more than 15,000 acres as its own.
Now, in a statement, Surya has alleged that Karnataka Waqf ministers B.Z. Zameer, Ahmed Khan directed the Deputy Commissioner and revenue officials to register lands in favor of the Waqf board within 15 days. Surya ruled that his entire process is being executed in violation of the principles natural justice, sidelining farmers while their land titles are being changed to the Waqf board's name in revenue records. Tejasvi has claimed that the Congress for drafting laws, he has claimed that the Congress is drafting laws giving unbridled and unchecked powers to the Waqf board with the 1955 and 2013 Waqf Acts. We'll take you through another excerpt of this particular press conference that Tejasvi had done, wherein he's spoken about this at length. Let's listen in to what he has said.
The Waqf board has been given powers to decide whether a particular piece of land is its own, and upon coming to the conclusion that it can be that it is its own land, upon its own satisfaction, it can issue a gazette notification, and or rather cause issuance of a gazette notification, upon which the mutation changes, upon which the Pani changes, upon which the revenue records changes. And if there is any litigation that arises out of that claim, that litigation also has to come before its own tribunal, whose decision is final and non-appealable. And after such a decision is arrived, to remove the encroachment, the Waqf board also has been given powers of removal of encroachment. I want to request all farmers of Karnataka, if Waqf board is making such baseless claims about your land, my office is open to you 24/7. Please come with your documents. I will fight for you both inside of the court and outside of the court. And this very December, in the winter session of the parliament, the Modi government is going to correct these blunders, these historical blunders in the Waqf Act, and put a full stop to the atrocity, the unilateral powers of encroachment that through statute the Waqf board has been conferred upon.
Now, he has further stated that the Waqf law of 1955 and the amendment of 2013 provides the Waqf board unchecked power to claim any property as Waqf land. He further said that any citizen affected by the Waqf board's claims over his or her land is forced to approach the Waqf tribunal itself for settlement of the issue instead of a civil court. Now, there are some other reactions that's also come into this very story with regards to what has been said by Tejasvi Surya. Let's take a look at these reactions coming in.
भारत सरकार ने एक पॉजिटिव दृष्टिकोण से जो वक्फ बोर्ड का एक्ट है इसमें बदलाव लाना चाहते हैं। इसके लिए पार्लियामेंट में भी जो वक्फ बोर्ड का एक्ट है उसको इंट्रोड्यूस भी किया है, मगर स्पीकर ने तय किया है जॉइंट पार्लियामेंट कमेटी को देने के लिए। उसको भी भारत सरकार स्वागत किया है, क्योंकि हमारा दृष्टिकोण में वक्फ बोर्ड को और मजबूत करना चाहते हैं, वक्फ बोर्ड का लैंड को प्रोटेक्ट करना चाहते हैं। मेरा शहर हैदराबाद में अगर देखें तो हैदराबाद में जो असदुद्दीन ओवैसी का पार्टी एमआईएम पार्टी के लोग बहुत जगह वक्फ बोर्ड लैंड को कब्जा किया है, उसमें अलग अलग जगह शादीखाना बनाया और एक बिजनेस बनाया। वक्फ बोर्ड के नाम पर वक्फ बोर्ड का लैंड को कब्जा करना, जो प्रोटेक्ट करने वाले हैं वो प्रोटेक्ट नहीं करते, खाली भाषण देते हैं, मगर खुद लैंड ग्राबिंग, वक्फ बोर्ड का लैंड ग्राब करके और अलग अलग घर बनाना, लोगों को बेचना, कम्युनिटी हॉल्स बनाना, मैरिज शादी खाना बनाना, किराए को चलाना, ये हैदराबाद में ऐसा देश भर में ये स्थिति है। ये आज अगर नहीं सुधारे तो कभी नहीं सुधारेंगे।
I think Tejasvi Surya, why he expressed his views, one of the ministers from the Karnataka government, he expressed, I think, in Haveri or somewhere, whether it is farming communities land or anything, whatever work we have acquired those properties, we will not leave it. That kind of very arrogant reply was given by the minister. In that regard, actually, I think he expressed his views. Not only Karnataka issue, already in the cabinet, Honorable Prime Minister, under his leadership, he has taken the decision wherever the government properties, in the name of Waqf, whatever actually misuse is done by several people by grabbing the land in the entire country, not only in Karnataka. For that, actually, he has actually taken the decision in the cabinet to bring amendment.
See, Mr. Surya always likes to, create fear. He's a fearmonger, and he thrives on all this. Sometimes in government, what happens when certain issues are taken, they will say, okay, which are like a forest land, Waqf land. They will issue notices. They will issue, some sort of based upon their own records. So our district minister, Mr. M.B. Patil, and everybody, and of course the government also, we will not snatch away anybody's land. There's no question of that. We don't need Mr. Surya to even, become some sort of a savior for anybody. But it will be done as per the law. If the farmers are genuine landholders, it will be restored to them. If there is any Waqf property, it will go to Waqf. So this will be looked into by the government, and I think district minister also has said that, and they will look into it and see that nobody is nobody's rights are curtailed or withdrawn.
Want to stop all the illegal construction. Earlier, the government had withdrawn some powers to the officers. Now we are giving full officers to the BDA, BBMP, and BMRDA to stop all the illegal levels, illegal construction, including the registration will be stopped, and all encroachments also will be looked upon. We are taking a very big measures on arterial roads and construction of roads. Big damage has happened on the roads. We are taking up all those works. Instruction has been given to the entire state to see that wherever damages are there, give them compensation to the farmers and all those people who have lost some.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, we are being joined by our colleague, Mohammad Wajid, on the broadcast. Wajid, a very good afternoon to you. Very firstly, quite a concerning issue that's been brought up by Tejasvi Surya, but the Congress and the opposition, in fact, has come out that he is trying to bring in a sense of fear among people, fear-mongering, as they have said. What exactly are the details that are coming out with regards to the claims that's been made by Tejasvi Surya? At all, if at all, there is any evidence that he's been able to provide to back up the claims made by him? Take us through all the details.
Well, Tejasvi Surya is a part of the Waqf Committee board, and he has been doing rounds across not just Karnataka but across various states in the southern part of India. In fact, a few weeks back, he had also spoken about a sudden encroachment taking place in Kerala, where land of the Christian community was claimed by the Waqf board. Now, investigation is going on in that also, whereas it has come out that the land where there is a conflict between both of them. But in this particular case in Vijaypura, because Vijaypura used to come under a Muslim ruler at one point of time, and those lands were taken over by the Waqf board, and the Waqf also claims that they are the rightful owner of these lands. So when a survey was done by Tejasvi Surya and his team, it turned out that most of these lands are with farmers who use this land. So this happens with a lot of Waqf properties across the country, where Waqf properties are taken by the government or the people in general public, but those lands usually belong to the Waqf, as was the Waqf claims. But Tejasvi Surya in this particular case has gone on to say that these lands belong to the farmers of Vijaypura, and the Waqf committee has been claiming that this belongs to them. And he also highlights various other allegations, where he's gone on to say that Zameer Ahmed, who is the minority minister of Karnataka, has advised and has given dictate to all the DCs across the state that within 15 days they have to start converting the Waqf board land, to start jotting down the lands of the Waqf board, so that in the coming winter session, when the government will bring in the Waqf amendment bill, these lands should not be usurped from the Waqf committee. So this is where the conflict is between the present government and the opposition, and the opposition is hell-bent on working on the Waqf board land, because Waqf board, if you see, is one of the biggest boards in the country with the largest number of land. Now, most of these lands are either given to the Waqf board from the people in the name of donation, and most of these lands that the Waqf also has is either properties or buildings of former Muslim rulers that were there under them. So all these concluded come under the Waqf property somewhere or the other. That is where the contention is between the government, because the government believes that the Waqf has more land than the government itself, and that is why they want to curb these power, is what the opposition is also saying. So this is a major conflict that is happening between the present regime. As of now, we'll have to wait and watch what the current government says. But the government, on the other hand, has gone on to say that it is more of a panic sort of a situation that has been created by Surya. Investigation has been done, and these lands have been with the farmers and with the Waqf for quite some time. So this is all in preparation to the Waqf amendment bill that will be passed in the winter, that will be put to play in the inter-session. And that is why Tejasvi Surya has been doing these surveys, and this is also part of one of these surveys which she highlighted yesterday in his press conference.
Right, Wajid, thank you so much for bringing us those details and insights into this very story of how this has played out so far and the implications from these claims that's been made by Tejasvi Surya, who is a member of the Waqf committee as well.